right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all coming back again. Like and subscribe. This your boy Hood at Hood Films, as you can see. Yo, I just want to highlight y'all again about Shedeur Sanders, man. It's basically a lot more information coming out about the young man since he's been literally drafted in the fourth round by the Cleveland Browns. So a lot of people are still talking about what happened. And to me, the story is two-sided. If you don't have a white boss or work with the NFL, or if you're not connected to the NFL, you might tell the truth. But if you're one of these reporters, commentator, podcasters that got something to do with that, you might be in bed with them some kind of way, or you want some kind of connection to them in the future, you're going to lie. You're going to placate it. You're going to say something to make them feel, or the people who hear you talking feel like you could be trusted. You could be added to something in the future because you don't want to ruffle feathers, especially the white people over at the NFL. So the truth is a lot of times right now skewed. It's so many people with their own opinion. Who's telling the truth? To me, it's like anything else really in life. What did you see? What did you experience? That should give you the determined answer. People trying to speak for people trying to assume what somebody else is thinking or what they got going on behind the scenes, that's called empty speculation. You would not know nothing about the 31 or 32 teams they got in the NFL and what they thinking. You just wouldn't know. So you could speculate, guess, wonder. You could do a lot of stuff, but you're not going to have concrete fact about knowing. And so we all just wondering. But you hear some of these people talking and they sound like they trying to audition for a job, or this is their moment to stand up for the company, and then in the future they'll have some connection with them. So I'm gonna let a white man tell y'all exactly what happened from a Caucasian perspective. Forget what we thinking, because I had a person I saw there saying it was so many black people who was doing the scouting and the reporting and putting out the information. So how could it be any collusion or whatever they were saying? So all that's crap. But let's just let the guy speak from here. Go.
I have never seen anything in my almost 50 years of covering the National Football League like what the National Football League just did to Shedeur Sanders. Again, I first guessed all of this. I said before last college football season that Shedeur should go number 1 overall, 1-2, or with Travis Hunter 2-1, depending on whether the team drafting first needed a quarterback. And obviously, Tennessee needs a quarterback. Tennessee made, I'm going to say it one last time, a monumental mistake taking Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders. I'm dug in. I won't flinch on that one. Again, the great Mel Kiper, my guest last week on Skip One on One, ranked Shedeur Sanders 5th overall on his big board and Cam Ward 6th.
So you hear him basically, Skip Bayless, talk about how he was surprised. And the experts that he kicked it with said they was 5th and 6th on the list of all of that. So for him to go at 144, they just look at it as racism and collusion. It's no other way around it. And he's not connected with them. I think he's almost 80 years old. So he's not really caring if he has a connection with them no more. But the reality of it is, you don't have to have a connection to those folks to tell the truth. Just tell the truth about what you saw, how you experienced it, what went down. Who is that going to hurt? And then you got the other people out here making all of this noise talking about how they don't think that this was done like that and how it wasn't. And it's like, y'all really are, as they say, caping for a job. Just be real, man. You don't have to be phony. That's really the whole gist of all of it. Just be real. We all saw it. We all saw what was happening. And yeah, we would not know why something happened. I agree with that. But we still saw it happen. So we know that it occurred. So then we can make our own damn conclusions. And if all of us got a conclusion of collusion and racism, how could somebody who got a contract with them or used to have a contract with them come back over here to us and say, yo, no, it ain't that? We already experienced America. We already experienced what's going on, and the things that we experience, we know what they make us feel like and what we going to say about them. So was it collusion? Yes. They don't like the guy's father. They don't like him. So did they not want him to make it in the NFL? Yes. And they wish that his ass would probably go the fuck away some damn where. But he not. I'm even seeing quotes of people saying they're gonna try to fire, they cut him the first couple of weeks in training because they're gonna feel like that it's no reason for him to even be in there. They actually got enough folks in all the squads, but that's his particular area of expertise. So that's what he do for a living. So it's just funny to see, man. Let me see if you can hear this other guy. This Chris Carter, he one of the football players too.
From Ole Miss traded back into the first round. They had to leave this draft.
Glitching on the internet.
With a quarterback.
So Abdul Carter got a hold of LT and said, hey, man, I don't want to wear your number 56.
No, get your own number. Ain't no magic in the number. But the truth of the matter is, LT, if you Google him, there's nothing that's coming up in the last 15 years.
Yeah, that interview too long, so that's not going to pop up the part that I want to see. But anyway, Chris Carter was saying that it was okay for them to look over him and do all this stuff for his props drop, his stock drop. But, think about it. He lost out on $50-60 million. The higher you go, the higher they pay you. So being a fifth rounder, they probably wouldn't give you minimum 100,000. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, it's generational wealth that they're trying to stop as well. So any black or whoever person trying to act like this is like something in a light bulb or in a bottle, a lightning bolt in the bottle, you crazy. This is not unique. This is something large scale. And when you got to work for them and be in their face all the time, they're going to show you what they really think about you. Now, they couldn't take the kid out. They couldn't knock him off his square because he got talent, and he came from a rich family. So he's going to have a level of confidence that most people aren't going to have because most people are going to want to fit in with white folks. You might not see white folks coming to your house doing all the handiwork. But if you're the kid of an NFL player who went on to commentate and then went on to coach, those are checks, and they big checks. You know what I'm saying? So they're not sweating for money. But that's what they want out of black men. They want you to have a sob story talking about how far you came. And if you don't have one, then they'll try to manufacture it. So when they tell your story on an NFL's film on 30 for 30, they could use that 24 hours or 36 hours you didn't get chose as a conduit to say, look how strong he is and look how far he's come. So that's really what all that is, man. They did collude, if you ask me, because there's no way he wasn't supposed to be picked sooner, especially with his brand and everything that he got going on. You would think a team would go for him so that they could use that shit to their advantage. But what happened, I don't think none of us is ever going to know. We just wouldn't know. All right, peace.